darlings. Today we are heading to Nashville to drive to Knoxville for an amazing CreepyCon adventure. So I met my dad and he agreed to go as long as we could stop by Buc-ee's. So I looked at all of the cute Halloween decor while we were there and I thought it was super adorable. Then we drove the rest of the way to Knoxville. It's a very adorable little city, and the convention was held in the Knoxville Convention Center, which I thought was perfect because you head down the stairs into the basement and it just gives you that really good creepy vibe, and I love that. Once you get your wristband, you are welcome to come and go from the convention as long as you have tickets for all 3 days or 2 days or 1 day or whatever. Hannibal Lecter greets you. You have a beautiful photo opportunity, which I love because I think all of the decor was so well done. And then you head into the huge convention area. I have never seen so many vendors and a stage show and performers and all of the wonderful things I'm going to show you in one area. The vendors are honestly one of the best parts. This is actually a charity vendor, so when you donate, you get a little painted decor. They have prop makers who make props for movies. They have a lot of vendors that do cute horror themed items like this. You can get original horror author autographs, which I love. This is Worthy Chaos, so she makes the stickers, the plushies, and comics and hard and soft covers, so I really loved that. And I ended up buying one of her comics in the hardback, and I really love it. All of the horror authors that I met there were absolutely incredible. I feel like being a horror fan and reading horror books that are by people that I know is probably one of the coolest parts of this convention. You can find almost any type of horror and interesting, beautiful items here. I'm trying to include the business cards or the signs for each of the vendors that I'm featuring, but I will make sure to link to the convention list down below. You have absolutely everything from coasters to shot glasses. There's all types of art. I ended up taking quite a few things home, of course, because when you're at a convention, that's just what you do. You also see a ton of people in costume. There's selling costumes, makeup. My dad actually got some colored contacts, which I thought was super awesome. This is one of my fave booths because you can see this is made completely out of paper. So every single piece of this art is made of paper, and I thought that was really creative and beautiful. A lot of really cheeky little items, and I feel like there's nothing quite like vendors at a horror convention. You have absolutely everything. People go all out. It's so impressive what people are capable of doing with their creative minds, so I loved it so much. The costuming for sure is probably one of the best parts for me because there are a ton of different items, and I feel like seeing people walking around in elaborate costumes and then going, I could probably buy that for myself is really awesome. So I actually did get this for donating, and then it was time to head to day 2. And day 1 is pretty short because it's just Friday night, so Saturday is pretty much the main day. And I want to show you there are plenty of hotel options near the convention center. We did an Airbnb, but there are tons of different options. And I want to show you the performers as well. So this is probably one of the more impressive things that you see. She's hanging by hooks. There were a ton of Ariel and Lyra artists, which I thought was beautiful. And of course, a ton of people in really elaborate costumes and a ton of stage performers. So you have circuses and bands playing, and this was one of the vendors as well that I thought was really cute. Of course, I had to ask my dad for money because I'm 5 years old, and I really wanted to play this vending machine, and dads always have coins, so it's a thing. But I love this because they were little tiny mini crystals, so you also have a lot of new age products here. I feel like I could go on and on about the vendors and the performers and all of the different experiences forever because it was really incredible. So these are the 2 little mini crystals that I got. So super adorable. This is one of the workshops, and there are also costume contests. So you'll see elaborate costumes. There are a ton of workshops on making these costumes, and then also from horror authors, like I mentioned before. And the costume contest, as well as the Scream Queen contest, and Also, the creepy doll contest, which you'll see later in the video. Probably one of the coolest parts for me because I didn't realize how much people go all out. It was amazing. I mean, this is incredible. These people come, they do all of this themselves. You will see every single type of horror movie imaginable represented, and I feel like there's really something for everyone. So after the Scream Queen contest, I headed over and saw the creepy gingerbread and the creepy doll contest contestants. They are very, very interesting. Labubu's and Disney and all these different things. And it's fascinating to me because I love the artistry of it. And I also love that it's just a little creepy. It just gives you those like little hairs on the back of your neck standing up. So it's really cool. And these are people's choice. So you can walk up, observe all of the different creepy dolls, and then you get to vote, which I thought was super awesome. So overall, it's just a really amazing convention. The vendors, the costumes. I'm definitely looking forward to going back next year. And it will also be in Knoxville. So I do want to do a little mini Knoxville travel vlog for you all now and show you around this beautiful historical city. We first went to the Knoxville Art Museum. They have a very varied amount of art. So you'll see classical style paintings. You see a lot of sculpture from different types of artists, and they even had a very electric type of art, which was cool. And sculpture is, of course, my favorite. And one thing that I will say about the convention, so that beautiful ball, you can go up into that little area and see an entire 360 view from the air of Knoxville. It was really, really lovely. And they have a little mini museum of the 1982 World's Fair that they hosted. So I just thought that whole thing was really cool. It was a really awesome experience. One place that we did like was the Wild Love Bakehouse. They had a lot of organic baked goods, so it was really yummy. The convention, to be honest, does not have the best selection for food, which was really kind of good because we could experience other places to eat around Knoxville. So Balter Brew Works, I definitely recommend. The buffalo chicken salad was super good. The Market Square was really amazing for food. I absolutely loved Knoxville. I love the convention, and I'm super excited for next year.